Everybody, happy Aloha Tuesday. Welcome to the HFG show. We are Hawaii Fishing Gear, highfishgear.com, in case you haven't heard. In case you're not one of our close to 25,000 subscribers on Instagram. By the way, if you guys follow on Instagram, you follow on Facebook and all that, we only need like 65 more followers for 6K on YouTube. So if you're not following us already on YouTube, go hit us up just to get us to that nice little 6K. I like these little goals. If you guys got questions, shoot them in the comments right now on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you guys are. Go ahead and shoot the questions in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. I also have a panel of specialists, a panel of like experts on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. They help out with your questions. And if you're watching this later in the day and you do have a question you want to ask, go ahead and ask them in the comments. We do our best to respond to all the questions. And if your question is really good, we answer them in the next day. We got Restock from Kaku Lures today. If you're not familiar with Kaku Lures, where you been? You and young boy, huh? Young boy, you don't know about Kaku Lures. Things like the anti-Sharon. We got restocked on anti-Sharons today. The standard anti-Sharons. We also got Tutu Sharon, which is a larger, a little bit more round. She been around the block sitting on a sofa a little while. She got a little bit bigger. We got Tutu Sharon, anti-Sharon, all in stock. Highfishgear.com, search for Kaku Lures. Some of the other lures like this ZZL Owama. Good, I think this is a 1.75 ounce. Oh, it's 2 ounces. 2 ounces. 5.5 inch foam core popper. Those are back in stock. Some of his pretty nice half ounce minnows are back in stock. We got a bunch of different colors back in stock today. Mahalo, Gary, for dropping them off. And part of the Kaku line is also CS Hawaiian lures. These are locally made double hook flies. Not necessarily recommended for papio, but we do have some papio flies coming from them very shortly. But these are double hook flies that you can use trolling in your kayak or your small boat. You can use them at the buoy and stuff. There's a bunch of them. CS double hook flies back in stock on highfishgear.com. And then also, we sent out a lot of notifications today. This is one of the items that we just got back in stock. These are what we got in last time, the knot pullers. If you're not familiar with them, this is an aluminum tube with like a rubber shrink wrap grip on it. And what these are used for is for when you're tying nice knots like your FG, your blood knot. You want to get a little bit of tension on it, not put on your gloves and stuff, because sometimes you don't always bring your knot tying gloves with you when you're going fishing. Wrap your line around each side of that, braided or monofilament. Helps you pull your knots nice and tight. And one thing that I told works really well, shout out once again to Andy for suggesting this. I didn't want to bring these in until he suggested the idea that you can use these for breaking your line when you get stuck. Rather than risk your pull, boosting, or basically pointing it out and walking backwards, you can wrap your line around this and pull your line tight and break your lead. Or if you get your rig set up, hung up on the reef, you can use these for breaking a knots, which is why we call them knot pullers and line breakers. They're available on highfishgear.com, and now they're available in red and gold. We got good stock of them. We ran out last time, but they're back in stock. And as I see the questions start to come in on YouTube, what's up, Flying Hawaiian? Reed. We got also a restock from Kakele Flies. Kakele Flies is a local fly producer. He's not your average fly maker. He kind of specializes in what I consider over-the-top stuff. It's not your standard deceivers. It's a little bit of artwork. And that's one of the reasons why they're a little bit more expensive. His saltwater shrimps, if you get a chance to check out highfishgear.com, I highly recommend taking a look at the pictures on it so you can see all the detail that goes into this. My live video may not capture all the work. He added 2 new products to the saltwater shrimps. This one is going to be called the UV. And this doesn't have any glow in it, but it does have, as you can see, the camera's kind of catching a little bit of a purple sheen to this one. That's a UV. It has UV components in it, which will actually, fish are really into UV stuff. That's what's there. And he also made a glow-in-the-dark one. So two new saltwater shrimp from Kakele Flies. Shout out once again. I appreciate you keeping us stocked with your very intricate flies. They may not be everybody's cup of tea, but if you're looking for that that special fly that you just can't necessarily find anywhere else. Um, I'm glad that we have them on highfishgear.com. A lot of detail and a lot of work goes into these. They're not cheap, but they are available on highfishgear.com. One more thing I want to tell you about is another product that he introduced. He introduced it to me at one of our last swap meets. I saw him on the table and I'm like, hey, that is a nice looking fly. Let's talk about bringing that into the shop. This is his Booyah Fly. As you can see, it is a very big profile fly. It has a lot of body to it. And those are all layers that he put in. It takes a lot of work to make these flies. If you're trying to compete with just the brother who just started making flies, he's selling them for $10, $11 a fly. This is not that style of fly. This is a specialty fly. This is a lot of hand work that goes into it, a lot of blending. There's a bunch of different colors in here that he has to hand blend for every fly that he makes. These have a nice, big, strong papio hook in them. If you're looking for a big, bulky, handcrafted fly, that's what the Booyah Fly is. It comes in two different colors. I think he calls this Owama Lalu. It's like a mixture between an Owama and a Halalu color combination. It's a big profile fly, $24.99 on highfishgear.com. This is the Owama Alu. Alalu. It's like a Halalu. Halalu. Owama Lalu. That's what he's calling this one. And the other one's called a cotton candy. This one kind of catches everybody's eye because you can really catch the color blends on this. You have your iridescence flash. You have a nice purple and a pink which fades to white. That is a beautiful fly. These are available on highfishgear.com. I did not bring a whole lot of them in, but I got to give them a shout out. Look at the packaging on these bad boys. You got two different styles of them. They're the Booyah Flies. And I say, you know, a lot of us are always looking for good deals, but craftsmanship, hard work that people put into their craft, sometimes they don't come cheap. And when you buy a fly like this, you actually support somebody who puts a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of love into every fly. I know we all try to get that budget thing. Hey, if I cannot get my fly this cheap, people not going to buy them. I tell you right now, if you put the work into them, there are people out there that appreciate it. We might not buy a whole lot of them, but I tell you right now that they will sell. And like I said, the cotton candy and these ones are available. I didn't bring in a whole lot of them, but they are available on highfishgear.com. Thank you once again, Kakele Flies, for hooking us up with your craftsmanship and allowing us to carry them on highfishgear.com. Somebody, Roy from Guam, I know he's from Guam because he says, half a day. For anybody watching from Guam, I want to almost call you guys our 10th island. Vegas got the 9th. Guam got the 10th. Thank you guys for all the business out there in Guam. We appreciate it. And we work our best to try to get you guys your packages as soon as we can. Let's scroll through and see what kind of questions we got on Instagram. If you guys got any questions on YouTube and Facebook, please shoot them out. Shoot them out. Go for it. Let's see real quick. I don't see a whole lot of questions on Instagram. Somebody just says, what's up? What's up, Taylor Tones? Long time no see, brother. Everything is great. Let's see. Shout out once again to Tony, who came in. We weighed his first Ulua. If you haven't seen the reel that we posted earlier. Somebody says, are you going to bring in IRW? If anybody who's watching who carries IRW, I think I know the shop in town that does. We'd probably be interested in bringing them in. We're slowly gathering all the hardware for other rods and stuff. Eventually, we'll probably stock them on our website. We'll look into it, man. What's the best type of knot for the weight line in a slide bait setup? I figure if you're just talking about the lead line for the claw, I always like a Palomar. I mean, if you're looking for the line to snap or if you want the line to snap before your knot comes undone, Palomar knot is always one of those great knots, especially when you're tying off to hardware that's not a hook. A Palomar knot always works when you're tying off to the swivel. All right, I know other people might have opinions, but you're asking mine right now. Palomar when you're tying off to tackle. Okay, any idea why my bail keeps flipping when casting? Penn Battle 6 high speed. You know what? When I cast a spinning reel, I always tend to bring my bail to the side, and I usually take it towards my casting side. So I'm casting with my right out this way. My bail is usually on this side. You may want to try that. Don't just flip the bail wherever you are. bring the bail loop to right where you're pulling your finger. Flip your bail to your left, where it's not you're casting down on it. You want to basically have it onto your side. Another thing is maybe your bail needs a little tightening up, or maybe something has failed in your reel. If you just bought it, you can always send it in for warranty. My suggestion is try somebody else's spinner, exactly how you're doing it. See if that's the cause. Maybe it's your cast, or maybe it's a faulty reel. And like I said, if the reel has been bought within the last year, Penn does offer a pretty good warranty on their reels. All right. Does a Tiburon spool really wear down the stock gear Newell clicker? Plastic versus stainless steel. I mean, most of the Newell spools, unless you have like a graphite, if you are going to do an aluminum spool on a Newell reel that has a plastic clicker, I would say that metal spool or that metal gear that makes that reel click, I would say that it would cause wear in the plastic. My suggestion is to upgrade to the stainless steel clicker. There you go. I would say that the metal would wear the plastic down pretty much. Just waiting for my package. Thank you, all high fish. Right on, brother. Okay, two-way slide versus Aussie slide for Uluas. Two-way slide versus Aussie slide. Ramsey, I'm not sure exactly what you mean for a two-way slide. We have a one-way slide. Okay, if you're talking about just the pigtail slides, a lot of people really like the one-way slide because it goes down, and when the waves push it, it doesn't go back up. I would say the majority of the people are using two-way slides. Unless you have a nice steep drop-off and a weighted one-way slide, most people I know are using the two-way slides because most people I know are on Oahu. But the pigtail slides, if you have a nice deep drop-off, I could see that they work really well because they're not going to be coming back up with a steep angle. Out here on Oahu, we don't get that deep angle because the water is not all deep when you go off. I would say it depends on where you're casting at. If you're casting into surf or into not so deep water, I highly recommend the one-way slide, which is the Aussie slide. But the two-way slide mostly just for a steep drop-off. If you're sliding on like a harbor or something or straight into deeper water, go with the one-way or the two-way slide, I guess you call it. Senator 4.0 versus Jig Master 500. Opinions. Shortcast Union, you're talking about two different reels. And when I mean two different reels, I know they're not just two different reels by brand, two different sizes of reel. The 500 is what I consider like a bait casting reel, strictly bait casting for what we do here in Hawaii. That's a 30 to 50 pound test reel. Now, when you talk about the Penn 4.0, you get a slower gear ratio. The Jig Master is a 4-to-1. The stock Penn is a 3.25 to 1. That is still a casting reel, but it is almost like a heavy casting. You're talking about 50 up to 80 pound test monofilament on it. It's two different animals. If you're going to be doing more slide baiting, definitely go with the 4.0. If you're only going to be bait casting from the shore, go with the Jig Master. If you're just starting off, definitely go with the Jig Master. Okay, thoughts on Torium 50 for casting. Bloody Sniper, if you are beginning casting, the Torium 50 might not be for you. If you're just getting into casting, you may want to start with a smaller reel and also a reel that's a little easier to cast, something like a Jig Master, Sea Line, or Seagate, all of these bait casting reels that we carry on our website. It is a great reel, but it has a little bit more of a learning curve if you're just starting off. If you got it down, Torium 50 is one of the best full metal, big size reels in that 4.0 category that we do offer on highfishgear.com that is carried locally in Hawaii. Okay, let's see what other questions we have on Instagram. Opinion, Tikka Ulua. Oh, okay. You know what? Thank you for reminding me. Just Kona, I appreciate that. I forgot to mention this. It's sitting right here next to me, and I forgot to mention it. These are Tikka Ulua Blue Series Ulua poles. Tikka Ulua Blue Series 13-foot Ulua poles. They're available in 3 different actions. We have a medium heavy, and the medium heavy is like I think 50 to 60. We got a heavy, which is 60 to 80, and then a extra heavy, which is like an 80 to 100 pound test. We have them available on highfishgear.com. They are closed out. I don't think Tikka's going to be stocking these anymore. So we got a decent price on them. We're passing that price on to you. $149. We have been adding a large item tag to some of the rods and reels because shipping has got outrageously expensive over the last year and a half. But this one right here, $149.99 with free shipping. If you add anything else to it, you're still over $100. You should get free shipping. But $149.99 with free shipping. We got in a small amount of them. I think more than half of our medium heavies are gone. At the time of starting this video, there is only 12 of these left, medium heavies. We have the medium heavy, heavy, and heavy action. If you ask my opinion on them for the price, this is the best Ulupo you can get for $150 at the moment. They're not the best Ulupo. If you're looking for a more cherry Ulupo, go check out the Shimano Terramar, $409 on highfishgear.com. Check out the Penn Carnages; those are $200 plus. But if you're looking for a good starting Ulupo, the medium heavy, the heavy action, medium heavy for the bait casting from the shore, the heavy action for slide bait, and the extra heavy if you plan on paddling out with like 9-0s, big reels. If you plan on slide baiting with big 6-0s and 9-0s, the extra heavy is probably going to be a reel. I'm assuming that we're going to wind up having a lot of extra heavies left over, but the heavies and the medium heavies are going quick. Do not wait. Go borrow money from your uncle or your brother. Go grab them right now before we get them. I don't know if we're going to be able to get any more, but $149.99 is a great price for a 13-foot two-piece Ulupo with good hardware all around. There you go. Thank you for reminding me about those. That's my opinions on it. It's not the best rod. If you're looking for an upgrade, it might not be. If you're looking for a great beginning rod that you could beater Ulupo, that's a great deal at $150. All right, with free shipping, by the way. What's up, Shaka? To that, I saw your name in the comments there. Lavaya with a C. Would you consider making a one-piece Sabre Ulupo into a two-piece, or would it weaken the blank within cutting it? Lavaya with a C. Sabre one-piece rod. At this point right now, just keep it as it is. All right, don't split it. You're not gonna get anything extra special from splitting it, other than that convenience of being able to take it with you. You are gonna weaken the rod. All right, you will weaken the rod. It might not go back together the way that it should when you split it. It sounds like a complex operation. It's not a great current rod. Back in the day, the Sabre Uluopos were freaking the best. They were the best at the time when they first came out. But currently, there's so much better rods and reels out there. Unless it's a prized rod, just keep it. I mean, like if it's sentimental, keep it exactly how it is. One piece is the way to go on that rod specifically. If you're looking for an Ulupo and you're thinking about maybe investing in the rod that you have, make it a double. I'd say it's not worth it. Just go grab yourself a cheap Tikka for $149.99. I promise you can be putting less money into this than you would whatever that Sabre is, and you're not going to wind up with a better rod. And all you guys out there with the one-piece rods, seriously, run them until they die. They're outdated. They really are outdated. There's going to be a bunch of old-timers that swear by them. They're outdated. They're obsolete. All right? The one-piece rods, I apologize. There's still a bunch of old-timers that love them. That's them. We got current new stuff. All right? And if you have a difference of opinion, go ahead and shoot it in the comments right now. We'll have a conversation about it. All right. How's the Ulupo you guys have on sale? That's the Tikka. Quality, I mean, it doesn't have the best hardware. The one part that I don't like about it is that the eyes are nickel plated rather than just being a straight stainless steel. That is a drawback. It has X-Flock grip. It has what appears to be a stainless steel butt cap on it. It is everything you're looking for in a Ulupo. You have a bell holder. It is a great starter rod, brand new with a 1-year warranty from Tikka. Run them. If you guys are looking for a great rod, there you go. A great beginner rod, budget rod. Second Ulupo, if you want to add it, go for it. Could the Tikka heavy handle a 9.0? Would somebody be able to bring me in a Penn 9.0? I want to see if it'll fit on this reel. There's one right there on the shelf. I tell you what, Brad Easy, I'll grab a 9.0 and see if it goes on the extra heavy. We'll slap it on. All right. Yep, I got one. I'm a diehard saber pull. Go ahead and crack that out of the box real quick. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and check out what other questions we got on here. Oh, we get choke questions on Instagram or YouTube. I missed them. Okay.
Here you go.
Thank you, sir. We'll go ahead and slap on. This one's a heavy action. Everybody got shy today. Nobody like come on video with me. Shy, shy, shy. Hush, hush. All right. All right, let's slap a 9.0 on a Tikka and see what's going on. For all you guys that might want the extra heavy, we'll check it out. We'll see how it fits on here. I'm pretty sure the reel seat is the same for all of them. Pen 9.0. Yeah, she can fit on top. Let me drop this down. Let's see what questions we had going on over here. Thoughts on flying into Hawaii for weekend fishing excursion. Ross Ginn, I don't know, man. Fishing in Hawaii is never really quite guaranteed, especially if you're looking at like charter boats and stuff. It's not all guaranteed. It's kind of a gamble. You're going to have fun. You're going to be out in Hawaiian waters. It should be pretty fun. But fishing from shore, man, I can tell you right now, there's a lot of guys that fish like almost every weekend, and a lot of them don't necessarily even catch fish. It's kind of hit and miss. Yeah, 9.0 on this rod, she goes. She's good. So if you guys are looking for like a paddle out rod, the extra heavy with a 9.0, stock up. Stock up right now while we still got them in stock. I highly recommend it. It does fit. The 9.0 does fit on the Tikka extra heavy. So go give them a shot if that was your question. All right. Yeah, I think the only problem with there's a lot of guys commenting how they love the Saber rods. I actually own one. It's a Shelf Queen. It's basically just for display. Somebody donated it. We had it completely refurbished. It's beautiful. But it's inconvenient. One-piece rod being inconvenient, you can't necessarily take it to places. It's difficult to bring around. The two-piece rods, they're sleeker. They're probably better casting than the Sabers are. And I say they're going to be a little bit more durable. A lot of these rods are like, we're talking 90s. We're talking almost 30 plus years old now. And they're going to be getting brittle unless you kept it in a nice bag underneath your house where the sun wasn't beating down on it. They're going to be a little brittle. They might not be able to handle a whole bunch of what they used to. So run your Sabers, but keep in mind it is kind of old. They are old. Do you guys do reel repairs? We do. You got to be on Oahu. You drop it off here in only conventional reels. We have one of the best conventional reels guys here on the island, Brother Frank. Are you bringing any smaller electric, like 3000 Shimano size anytime soon? I think we're probably going to cap it off with the Shimano Beastmasters. It's mostly just for the boats, not the small electrics. If they become available, we might play around with them a little bit. Juan. Okay. Let's see. Next year, 3000. Okay, let's go over here now and check out. What do you guys think about pairing a 10'6" Fenwick Eagle salmon steelhead rod with a 5K Stratic? KB Prime, I think that's a great idea. The 10'6" Fenwick Eagle, even if it's the medium action, is a great combo with the 5K Stratic. Where can I buy a small hand pull for Oahu? Arnell, if you're here on Oahu, we do have them here in the shop. We don't put them on the website because it's an $8 rod. Not a lot of people are going to want to pay what is probably going to wind up being about $12 plus for shipping. All right. The Tikka thinner than a Nitro. They're about the same diameter. They really are very close. They seem very similar in diameter. Okay. Let's see. Is the Gold Castmaster good for clear days too? Only brown water kind. They have been very well known for being action in dirty water. I guess dirty waters because a lot of times fish that are in brackish dirty water, when I mean dirty water, you get the runoff from freshwater streams running into the ocean. Dirty water, brackish water. A lot of fish have a gold tinge in their bellies. A lot of Pearl Harbor fish are like that, which are brackish water fish. And that gold and goldfish, there you go. But they do work for clear water as well. Okay. Does Hawaii have site style fishing like here in SoCal, like paddy hopping, looking for birds on foaming tuna? Roskin, a lot of times when you get a charter boat out here in Oahu, they try to find bird piles. That's a big thing. A lot of people are out looking for bird piles, or they're going to buoys and checking things. If you get a charter out here in Oahu or on Hawaii, they'll probably take you to their spots. They know where you have that bird piles and such. And the foaming tuna, not so much the foaming tuna, but if you can find a pile like that, it's pretty crazy. Best bait for omilos. Omilos are very aggressive fish. I say the best bait, hands down, going to be Owama. But anything fast and moving, omilos are very aggressive predators. Okay. Let me scroll down and see what other questions we got on YouTube, and I'll go back to Instagram. A lot of great questions today. Thank you, guys. 72 viewers on Instagram and YouTube. Man, we got like 120 people watching. How's it, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in. Tell your friends about the High Fish Gear Show, huh? And if you've been watching already, 26 minutes. You guys got me yapping. Leave a freaking like, okay? Tell you, the likes help out. That's all I ask for is a like. You're getting all this knowledge, all this talking. Leave a damn like. All right. What's the next swap meet? Probably before the holidays. You're right about that. Thoughts on Shimano Talus Ulupo? Discontinued. That's my thoughts on the Shimano Talus Ulupo. Great slide bait rod, medium heavy or heavy action. The medium heavy is very stiff rod. If you can pick one up used, you're not getting the warranty. But it's still a great rod. It was around for like 6, 7, 8, 9 years, somewhere around there. Okay. Is a 6K spinner too small for a 12-foot beast stick? Yes. Try to go with the 8K. 6K is probably right at that cutoff. It'll be okay if that's what you got. Don't worry about it. Run what you got. Tikka, Ulua, or Hawaiian Custom? Tikka, because of the price, Brandon Law. All right, let's go ahead. One more question. Good spots for holo on Oahu. Not allowed to discuss that. It's in my contract. It's my contract of trust. I gain trust. People tell me good spots. I don't blab about it on Instagram because if the second I do, everyone's going to be like, oh, that's the guy. I'm not telling you nothing. I get a lot of good info, but they know, they trust me. I don't blab about it online. I apologize. I would love to help you, but I tell you right now, we don't discuss spots online, brother. Sorry about that. All right. Okay, what rod should I pair with a 20K Shimano Spheros with? Damn, that's a big-ass reel. That is a big reel, brother. You might want to size that up. 20K, probably want to go 12-foot surf rod. 12-foot surf rod. Okay. All right, that's pretty much it. I'm going to cut you off before all the questions keep coming in. Thank you guys for watching. 28 minutes. Please leave a like. That's all I ask. Leave a like because it tells YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're at, that what we're putting out is good content, and they'll keep showing it to more people, and we'll get more and more people watching. Right now we have 130 people watching live. Thank you guys for watching. Aloha.